Hello everyone. Today in this video we're going to be looking at two tricks I would use basically to make sure everything I'm writing in MIDI stays in key. Whether or not you have a sound knowledge of music theory doesn't really matter. I would class my knowledge as reasonably okay, having grown up playing the piano, but there's times where I don't really want to have to think about what notes I'm playing, make sure every note I'm dialing in is correct. Sometimes I just want to get on with the process and avoid wasting time where it matters. So that these are two kind of tricks I would use, basically make sure I'm not wasting time changing wrong notes, that kind of thing. So if I just play the basic loop I've got, it's a minimal house beat from the PIV sample packs, and then I've got a Rhodes loop here. Just to give something to work with when creating these other parts. So the parts I'm going to be creating are the bass, a lead sound, and maybe a counter melody. See how it goes. So basically the scale I'm wanting to write in is A minor, because that's a loop. That's the scale I've chosen, / that's the scale of the loop I'm using. So the first trick is basically, the reason I picked A minor is because it's the easiest one to understand. It's basically starting from A, all the white notes. So you'll see I've drawn in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, up to A for one octave. So this is A minor, if you're not familiar. And Ableton has a trick where you can hit fold, which basically gets rid of any note that isn't in your scale, which means that when you're just jamming, if I just move this, when you're just jamming, not jamming, sorry, so what you can do is then have a new MIDI clip. Why is that? Yeah, what you can do is you can mute these and then hang on. I'm not trying to write the best bass line ever existing. If I literally just put random notes in, I'll try and put them in time as well, so it doesn't sound like complete garbage. You can maybe, it's if you want to take it down an octave, you can fold it. It basically gives you a palette of notes that you're actually going to need in the scale, as opposed to all those black notes that you might accidentally hit or put in. Basically gives you everything you need and takes away everything you don't need in terms of notes. Okay, so I'm not going to bother wasting time writing a whole bass line because the principle is the same. So as you can see, because I folded those notes, this is what I wrote earlier, using only 5 notes from the scale. The next trick I would use, let's just bring this element in. So you can fold the notes while you're writing the MIDI in, but something I'd probably use which is a bit quicker, which is my Stay In Key rack, which you can get for free from the website, which basically has every scale using the scale device, which is here. So I've basically made life easy for people. I've put in every major and minor scale. Only major and minor, nothing like sevenths and all that stuff. But I've put in every major and minor scale into a simple rack where you just choose its key, and if it's left, it's major, if it's right, it's minor. So this way, if I just turn it off, or no, I'll keep it on, and I'll play something random. Let's just quantize that. So you can literally jam in key. It sounds pretty terrible, but it sounds terrible because I'm playing using my Mac keyboard, so I don't really know what notes I'm playing. But with the Stay In Key device on, even if you're playing wrong notes, it will basically find a correct note for you, a note that's in the scale. If I'll duplicate this that I did earlier. Okay, so I've deliberately put like wrong notes in, D sharp, some of these basically all these notes that are black notes are wrong notes. It's a totally different scale. You can tell it just doesn't sound right. So it's basically snapping. And if you were to bounce it out, let me just lead. If I was to bounce it out, the notes that would come out would be all in A minor, C. And and that's got a device on it as well. So totally different. So yeah. So you can see how these two devices and tricks, so the fold trick and the Stay In Key device, can kind of help you stay on track when you're writing MIDI melodic patterns in. Because often if you just get carried away, and like no matter how clued up we are about music theory, like I said, like I have an informed knowledge of scales and the notes in each scale, but I'll not deny that I forget what notes are in what scale from time to time. So might occasionally play a wrong note when I'm jamming or something like that. And these two tricks can just kind of help you stay in key and make sure nothing's off. So yeah, that's pretty much my tip for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did get value from this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.